So far in this series, we've talked about destruction, about stars collapsing into black holes, about invisible radiation capable of sterilizing entire planets, about the terrifying possibility that one day, Earth could simply end. But this final chapter isn't really about death. It's about meaning. Because once you truly understand how fragile life is in this universe, you start seeing humanity differently. Not as insignificant, but as miraculous. And maybe that's the most important thing gamma ray bursts can teach us. What matters most? Here's the thing about cosmic threats. They put everything into perspective. Yes, a gamma ray burst could wipe us out. Yes, it could happen at any time. Yes, there's absolutely nothing we can do to stop it. But the same universe that creates gamma ray bursts also created this moment, this life, this brief, beautiful flicker of consciousness in an otherwise indifferent cosmos. We are here. We are alive. We get to experience love and wonder and joy and connection. We get to ask questions about the nature of reality. We get to look up at the stars and wonder what's out there. Maybe that's the real lesson of gamma ray bursts. Not that we're doomed, though someday, somehow, we probably are. But that every moment we have is borrowed. Every sunrise is a gift. Every breath we take happens on a planet that shouldn't exist, orbiting a star that shouldn't be stable, in a universe that shouldn't be hospitable to life. The Watchman. And so we watch. Not because watching will save us, it won't. But because we can't help ourselves. Because we're the kind of creatures who need to know. All over the world, in observatories on mountaintops and detectors buried in ice and telescopes orbiting in space, humans are watching the sky. They're cataloging stars. They're measuring spectra. They're calculating trajectories. Not because they're afraid. Because they're curious. Because this is what conscious beings do. We look. We learn. We try to understand our place in the grand, terrifying, beautiful scheme of things. When the boat hit us in 2022, we detected it. We measured it. We learned from it. A burst from 2 billion light-years away, and we caught every detail. 2 billion years after it happened, its message finally arrived, and we were here to receive it. That's not just survival. That's something more. The odds. Let's talk numbers one more time. The chance of a gamma ray burst killing us today is about the same as your chance of being struck by lightning while simultaneously being attacked by a shark. It's not zero. But it's not something to lose sleep over. Over the next million years, the odds change. Over the next billion, it becomes likely. Eventually, something will get us. That's the nature of existence on a planet in a violent universe. But here's what else the fossil record tells us. Life is stubborn. It survived the Ordovician. It survived multiple extinction events. It survived whatever killed the dinosaurs. Every time, something made it through. Every time, life found a way. Even if a gamma ray burst turned Earth into a wasteland, something would survive. Deep underground. In the oceans. Some extremophile, some hardy microbe, some seed waiting for better days. And in a few million years, it would start all over again. The human question. Which raises the real question. Not whether we'll survive forever, we won't. Nothing does. But what we do with the time we have. We've built civilizations. We've cured diseases. We've written poetry and composed symphonies and fallen in love and raised children, and wondered what it all means. We've sent spacecraft to other worlds and built telescopes that can see to the edge of time. From out there, none of it matters. From out there, we're just a pale blue dot, a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam, indistinguishable from a billion other worlds. But from here? From inside the dot? It matters enormously. The closing. Out there, somewhere in the darkness, stars are dying. Neutron stars are merging. Black holes are forming. Gamma ray bursts are lighting up the cosmos like cosmic flashbulbs, recording the deaths of giants. One of them might have our name on it. Might be racing toward us right now, carrying a message written billions of years ago in the death throes of some long-vanished star. If it is, we'll never know. It will arrive, and we will end, and the universe will barely notice. But until then, until that photon arrives, until that final second ticks down, we have this world, this moment, this chance to be alive in a universe that doesn't require us, doesn't need us, but somehow, miraculously, produced us anyway. So go outside tonight. Look up at the stars. Let the vastness wash over you. Feel small. Feel insignificant. Feel terrified if you need to. And then come back inside, hug someone you love, and appreciate the impossible, improbable, precious fact that you exist at all. Because in a universe full of gamma ray bursts, the real miracle isn't that we might someday end. It's that we began. The universe is violent beyond imagination. Stars explode. Galaxies collide. Entire worlds vanish without a trace. And yet, against all odds, here we are. Tiny creatures on a small planet, orbiting an ordinary star, somehow conscious enough to ask questions about the cosmos itself. Maybe one day, something out there will end our story. A gamma ray burst. An asteroid. The slow death of the sun. But today isn't that day. Today, we are still here. Still looking up. Still wondering. Still alive. And perhaps that's enough. If you enjoyed this journey into the darkest dangers of the universe, don't forget to subscribe to DiscoveryTube for more stories about space, science, and the mysteries hiding beyond the stars. Until next time, keep looking up.